Let me help you out.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thanks. Thank you.
There's a lot of echo in the indoor. I can't really call this the Pitboss indoor studio. I'm gonna turn my mic down. Turn yours up.
Okay.
How about right in there? I think it's good. Ooh. I was going to say it's been a hot minute since we did this, but it is hot outside.
It is.
Not as hot as some areas. Just texting with Brett Riddle, he said it is absolutely nasty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the temps down there?
He didn't tell me. He did not tell me, but he just said it was nasty because I said it was warm here. And you look it up? Look it up.
Now gotta look.
Salute. And happy whatever day of the week it is. Happy afternoon.
It is.
You know the old saying is 5 o'clock somewhere?
Well, it almost is 5 o'clock.
That's what I was going to say. It's 4:50-ish. So I'm going to have one more piece of cheese.
We'll just go with what we know, but it feels like 93. In Sherrill, 88.
Hit the radars. There are thunderstorms.
Kind of looks that way, doesn't it? Yep. Except they maybe have just gone through. Oh, they're all popping up.
Just like popping up there.
Popping up on 95 and moving east.
Well, we know about heavy rain on 95.
All right. Dookie, go find a chair somewhere, buddy.
All right, I'm done.
All right.
Do we miss Hartsville, Society Hill, Cooper Black,
We had fun.
South Carolina?
So, yeah, I miss it because it was a great first experience for me.
Yeah. And it was a great revisit for me, a redo for me. I got Duke on my side now. It is, we're sitting inside because it's just flat out, there's an echo in there, but it is just flat out nasty. Or for us, we consider that to be nasty, right?
Well, honestly, when I was doing my walk around the yard, there's a nice breeze out there. Out there, not probably where we would sit, but well, we were out in the sun all day, dog training. So I think we've kind of just accumulated our maximum dose for the day, and we're ready just to take on some less humid air and cooler temperatures.
I don't know if age helps make you darker, but I remember back in the day with Coot, Richard Barnes, Ed Forey, Alex Abraham, that I was in the sun pretty much daily, but I don't think I was quite like this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wore flip-flops.
Maybe old weathered skin. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all right. Yes, it's been a warm week so far, more humid than anything else. But what I want to talk about is, if I say all our hard work, is that me bragging? Braggadociously?
No, because it kind of has been.
Okay. Well, finally, the stars had lined. I don't know, whatever little cliche saying you want to say, but Pitboss's Salty Black SCOTER is officially a master hunter, which I have to tell you on Monday, from Saturday and Sunday, when I woke on Monday, not that I'm not happy all the time, but I definitely felt like a weight had been lifted. I don't want that not to be dramatic, but a weight had been lifted. I just felt much more at ease, less stressfulness, if that's such a word. What do you think?
Less pressure to continue to strive to get the goal achieved.
Yeah, because it got achieved. And I guess really we talked about this, and I want to go through, just not to bore everybody, but a little bit play by play what all three series were. But coming out, so she knocked off 3 master tests right at the end of what we would say, end of summer, into fall. I was feeling pretty good about her, and which I always feel good about her, but I felt really good about her. And then we went through duck season, which we did do. We did not train for sure, like we trained today. We did not train during duck season. Did some drills here and there. Maybe we should have concentrated on obedience during the winter. But anyway, she needed 2 to qualify for the Master Amateur, which is about to take place next weekend. It depends on when you listen to this, I guess, to which weekend it is. But she needed 2 passes. I've told this story before, but we were in South Carolina at Cooper Black for quite a few days. Trained with Rhett Riddle, trained with Freddie Perini, Kevin McLean, Gordon. Sorry, Gordon.
Sorry, was it not Russell?
No, it's not Russell. Anyway, sorry, Gordon. But anyway, trained with a lot of nice people down there. And we went on down from South Carolina to Georgia, Pavo, for a Saturday, Sunday master. And then we were entered in that one. And then midweek was a master in Thomasville, which is very close to Pavo. And then the following Saturday, Sunday was a double master in Florida. What would you say? Egotistically? Help me, come on.
Egotistically.
Yeah, I thought I had plenty of dog to go do that. Which when we got down the first evening in Pavo, she went into heat, so that kind of ruined all that. So we don't know that. But then we kind of regrouped mentally there and went back down to South Carolina, Cooper Black, and we did a double master, which, hindsight coulda, shoulda, woulda. But if I blew the whistle, there's no guarantee. But I think, definitely they would have saw that that was a weird sound I just made, that I understood that possibly she switched. So anyway, I still feel bad about that one because I think we should have passed that one. Again, coulda, shoulda, woulda. But anyway, long story short, as the failures, shall I say, added up.
Accrued.
I love that word, love. Accrued, the pressure increased deeply or heavily on me.
Yep.
Self-imposed. But I'm being honest, it did. So anyway, long story short, we roll up. Do we tell the story about what word would describe what happened on Friday of the hunt test week?
So the test is 2 hours away. It's in Elkton, so 2 hours from here in Whaleyville. We usually stay in a hotel there in Elkton, but it had been booked out on the Saturday night, which we would have just stayed the one night there. And so we had the decision to make. So we look at other options such as camping.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves in podcasts when I hear people are sitting talking, you just can hear this.
I'm sorry.
You just hear that constantly. You just hear them beating stuff.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll stop.
I'm sorry. It just bothers me.
Okay. And anyway, so I had to look at other options of, whether we drive or whether we stay. So, did the whole camping grounds, trying to find something. Ended up looking up, we had used it once before down actually in Georgia, in Thomasville. We used an app called Hip Camp, and it's basically private property that people allow small groups or just a few campers to come in. Some have hookups, some have nothing. And in this scenario, this place had no hookup, so we had to take the generator and fill that water tank, and we're going to do limited showers, that kind of stuff.
So the place in Elkton, because I'm following your story, and I always thought you were talking about in Georgia, Thomasville. Thomasville had full hookups.
Yes.
Yeah,
but the place in Elkton did not that we found. So anyway, we started to go that route, packed up the camper, which is a little bit of work. Not for Jeff, because he just gets his clothes and it's all done. Anyway.
Love, I thank you, and I give you credit all the time for keeping me straight. So
you're doing it again.
You're not doing it again. What?
I was tapping the table again.
Oh, yeah.
And anyway, so we had to take the generator. We had to take, and we have a basket on the back of the camper, had a hook up there, receptacle to put a basket on.
Yep. So we had to have a hitch welded, kind of reinforce the bumper, put a 2-inch receiver on the back of the camper so the basket would fit, because it has the 2-inch tubing, 2-inch square tubing. And so we had a brand new 5,000 watt Westinghouse inverter. We had a brand new aluminum, a brand new gas
two-burner grill,
a spare tire, straps, and a tarp. And anyway, go ahead. And
we left Friday. It was raining. It was raining pretty good. So anyway, we left at 1 o'clock, I think. Pull out on the main road, start heading maybe a mile down the road. Jeff says, "Oh my God, there's a turtle. We have to go back and save it."
We did.
So we took the next right, swung back around, basically did a big loop back around in front of our house, back onto the main road, get up there, grab the turtle.
So I'm going to just stop you, just so if anybody really is listening, so they can follow along. We're on a state highway. We see the turtle. We have a camper. It's raining. So I did a quick turnaround on a very primitive county road. Then we made it right onto that road. It has a wooden bridge. There's a little asterisk there.
Yeah.
That may be part of the story later on. Has a little wooden bridge you drive across. And then we turn on another county road, which we live on, drive past Pitboss World Headquarters here, and then we go back down to the state road and make the right-hand turn to basically go get the turtle. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yep. So, picked up the turtle, which wasn't in the best of shape, but, good luck, little turtle. Hope you kind of figured it out there. And
since then, I found two. That one this morning was even littler.
Yeah.
But anyway, two more.
Jeff has turtle eyes. He sees turtles like a mile away.
I had little box turtles. They weren't going to get across the road.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Going to be smushed. Yeah. And then we head off. We're heading north, heading up 113. We have to get some fuel, so we stop in Georgetown to get fuel, which is probably, 30 minutes away?
If that. I want to interrupt you one time. So as we drive along, I told Karen, so I put a tarp down in the basket, put everything in. We kind of rolled the tarp over, put one big strap, let's say east to west around the whole thing, one north to south around the whole thing, which basically was just on the generator. And then I was worried the tire was just loose, so then I kind of did one, I don't know how, like the circumference around everything. And I felt like that the spare tire, maybe it wasn't going anywhere, but it wasn't like locked in there the best.
Right.
So as we pull in Rofo, I said, hey, maybe that strap is it slid down, got loose, but I felt very confident that two of the three straps were really tight. The one that I had going around the whole, I don't know how to. Basically, if let's say the basket's a globe, I had one going around the equator. Is that a good analogy?
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, I start pumping, and you go back and take a look.
Just go take a walk around, make sure everything looks good. We haven't towed in a while, make sure everything's intact. And I walk back, and it took me probably a second, maybe a little less, but I was like, it's gone.
So you walked around the camper, and you're looking at me at the pump, and you was like, it's gone. I was like, damn, the spare tire's gone?
No, it's all gone.
I said, what do you mean it's all gone?
The basket, the generator, everything's gone. It's just gone.
So I walked back.
All that there is the pin.
Well, the pin and two inch part sticking out of the new receiver. Yep. Yes, the tubing was pinned, but it was just a piece of tubing. So immediately, we've been doing 60, 65. It's heavy rain. Immediately, I went into a panic where I thought possibly we killed somebody, or caused serious damage, or caused a serious accident because, of like 250 pounds
of gear, bundled up and strapped down
going up in the heavy rain. And we're like, holy shit. So we call, you dialed it up, the Delaware State Police non-emergency number for Sussex County. Kind of explained the situation, because we figured, again, if it's an accident, there's got to be some report of it. And we drove and drove and drove. Meanwhile,
and we're like, how could it come off and no one flagged us down? Yeah,
well, yes, 100% too. Like somebody didn't say, hey man, like a mile back there, all your shit is in somebody's grill, kind of thing. So we have a very good friend that lives across the street from us, a retired deputy of Worcester County, and got a hold of him. So as we get closer to the Maryland state line, damn, did it fall off in Maryland? But we didn't drive that long in Maryland. So anyway, he went out and about, told him the route that we took, and he did not find anything. So we kind of retracked. We turned on I'm calling it the primitive county road. It is blacktop, macadamed, and I'm assuming it's going to be around the bridge. We're going to see parts and even if it's not there.
A little bumpy.
Yeah, it's going to be parts and pieces of it. and there's nothing there. So we drive up a little bit further. Now we're getting close to turning right on Peerless Road, and we don't see anything except as we go by to my right, my hard right. I was like, Karen, is that a freshly planted cornfield where the corn is 6 inches tall? Is that a tire out in that field? And you're like, I'm not sure. I was like, I backed up. I was like, that's our tire. So anyway, Karen in her Croc, she navigated. The very flat here. There's lots of ditches, so she navigated the ditches, and got the tire and brought it back. And I went back and looked, and sure enough, I can see where the basket has dug into the blacktop. It looks like it did not roll, but maybe like pinwheeled. Pinwheel? Pinwheel. And there was one little piece of plastic, a master lock, that lock for the generator was on the ground. Other than that, there was nothing. And
no straps, no top,
nothing. I even went as far as the tire had went. I went up the road, looking in the opposite side ditch. Nothing. I thought that was a tickler, which had that little baby one on me this morning. I'm sorry. So anyway, somebody found a very nice road find.
Yeah.
They got a brand new generator, which I'm assuming, because there's no straps and all that kind of stuff, it kind of stayed intact.
Yeah.
It would have fallen. We were probably doing 25, 30 miles an hour, and maybe fell from an elevation of
2 feet.
I was going to say 18 inches, maybe. Yeah, not more than 24 inches.
Yeah.
So I guess it stayed intact, but I was just surprised. There was no remnants of anything there.
Yeah.
We didn't have any kind of identification on it. No numbers, names, phone numbers, names, anything like that. Which the new generator arrived today, as well as the grill. But anyway, that's how our Friday started off. And you're still in the mode we're going tonight.
Yeah, I'm like, while this is happening, I'm on Home Depot, Lowe's. What was the other one? Harbor Freight.
Yep.
Where's the next generator? We're going camping. We need to find another generator.
And the backstory to this is because there was no electric, no other hookups. I'm like, I'm not, and it's humid again. If it's not hot, it's definitely warm. 100% humidity. I'm not sleeping in this camper tonight without air conditioning. Period. And Karen's like, well, you don't want to go? And then we lost all that. Plus we lost the 2 nights.
And camping fees.
The 2 nights there. And I just had a really big headache. Hey, buddy.
Yep. And so we had just the next option, because we're still running the test. We just have to get up at whatever the heck it was, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
So we could get up the road, 2-hour drive, but there's a spot, I guess we could say it, public school, that we air the dogs, just let them get the stupid out. She was dog 37 in the running order, so we didn't really have to be there first thing. But me being me, I wanted to see the test dog, and I wanted to have, the best chance at this. And again, my anxiety is definitely very high because
the pressure's on.
Yeah, she needs this for her master pass, which she's needed past couple for her master pass. But I've tried to learn from her past undoings and my past mistakes. But anyway, long story short, we get up there, and especially on Saturday, I'm sorry, it is just, it's 100% humidity. Kind of spit and rain, rains for a while, spits rain, doesn't rain. And basically, Series 1 was a land series. It was a walk-up triple, which is pretty much the same land series. Very similar, right?
Very, very similar.
To the Delbay test that she did pass. That was her 4th pass. But basically a walk up and the middle bird gets thrown back to the left to right, gets thrown back right. The right gun gets thrown right to left, which that was exactly the same mark. And then the flyer goes off deep. In the Delbay series, the middle bird flyer was in the middle. They had it skewed a little bit where the flyer was deep, and it was the left-hand bird. So you had to run either test. You had to run past the first bird down. And I will say this: you can critique me, and you can say your story, your version through your eyes. But she definitely was Much better on the walk-up because that's what we've really been concentrating on, obedience. She did a nice job on the walk-up. She went out, a little bit of a hunt on the flyer. Didn't
bad.
step on it. But, she was definitely in the area. She just, when I stepped on it, she just didn't run right out and pick it up. But the other two birds she did. And then the blind was land blind was under the arc of the right-hand bird. Again, basically the same position. And this time I did implement, when I stopped, blew the whistle, she looked at me, my internal clock was a pretty good 1, 2, 3. The video, we watched, the video of what you took, except for the very last cast, was probably 2. All the other, I think it was only 3 other casts, because I wanted to keep her online. They were 1, 2, 3, and I cast her. So worked very well and relieved.
Yep.
So
1 down, 2 to go.
As far as the series goes. So then on the same pond as the Del Bay, instead of a double marks, double blind, it was just a straight up triple with an honor. But the sun came out and it got hot, right? Kind of lost some. I'm sorry, but I keep messing with it.
What are you doing?
It keeps bothering me. I don't know if it was poison ivy that I just popped.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Or I don't think it was poison ivy. Sorry, it was a triple, right around the horn. The left bird thrown to the right, middle bird thrown to the right, and then the right bird was thrown to the left. No, opposite way. I'm sorry. Right bird was thrown to the left. That was bird number 1. Bird number 2 was the middle bird. It was thrown to the right, and the go bird was to the left, was thrown to the right. So go pick those up, and then you got to honor. So got her out there. I think that series, honestly, for us was, can your dog honor? Because the marks were just swim across.
It wasn't difficult.
30, 30, and maybe the middle bird was 50, maybe.
Yeah.
And then now we're running close to the clock because they had to stop at 5:15. And I really wanted to run just to get that, just get that done so that because of the driving and just everything else that we wouldn't have to show up in the morning and run series 2. So we did. I think there was 3 other dogs behind us that got to run.
Yep.
So she did a great job. We're clean, and we went home going, whew.
Yep.
Right? So wake up, get up there, and I have to say, pulling in, there was a little bit of more of a calm in me. Okay. And they've already kind of told us that, they said that the middle was all it was a triple. And so now we have to do land water. But they had to run 11 more dogs. So I don't think, you correct me, but I don't think it was 11 o'clock before maybe 10 o'clock before they actually. So to run the second series, to finish off Sunday morning, started at 8. I don't think they ran test dog to about 11. So we sat around for quite a while. But basically, because of time, the triple turned into a double. Double land water marks, double land water blind. So you walk up, the left bird, a water mark goes off left to right. Then the go bird to your right goes off right to left. Pick that up. Then you come back and you have to pick up the blind, the land blind that is behind the right hand gun. And that was the station that was planting the blind. Sounds, somewhat simple, I guess, right? But there's a pretty strong wind angled into us from right to left. So all the scent off the holding blind, the mark that's still on the ground is there. And everybody's telling Jeff, you gotta know her off the go bird, come up, the right hand bird, pick up the left hand bird first, then you come back and run the left hand blind. All basically the right hand poison. Is it okay? I don't know. The right hand poison bird's gone, so you don't have to worry about that. But I watched dogs when they did that on the blind. The right hand bird, the right hand mark was still that they picked up the left hand mark. But the right-hand mark was still there, and they were having trouble fighting their dog. It wasn't 180 degrees, but their dog's looking hard right, and they have to run this blind hard left. So anyway, long story short, I just said, what? What are you laughing at?
Long story short.
Yeah, I'm going to get to the chase. Because I knowed her off a mark to run a blind 100%. We do it in training, and we do it a drill right outside back here. We do it a lot. So I had confidence there. But I did not have confidence in knowing her off of this mark and then selecting the right hand mark, knowing her off that to run the left hand mark. So we walk up. The birds go off. Well, first off, you have recorded somebody saying discouraging remarks about SCOTER, which that still eats at me today. So until somebody else saw you filming right behind them, that bothers me. But anyway, that's a story for another day. That will be dealt with one day. You may not. I may deal with it, and I may never tell you until like a year or two after the fact.
Just let it go.
Nope, can't let it go.
Haters are always going to hate.
Well, okay, but anyway, I did not appreciate. It's okay they could talk about me, but not my dog. And they were talking about my dog, our dog. Pissed me off. Anyway, I didn't know this happened, so I couldn't. Except after the fact, you did tell me, so I did go down and tried to. I'm getting off my topic here, but I wanted to acknowledge it. I used the word that she used. Anyway, I'm going to stop. Okay, so the marks go off. I pick up the right-hand bird. We come back. I set her up for the left-hand bird. I wait a long time, so much so, like she's sitting there flinching, ready to go. As soon as she flinched, I was like, no, here, no bird, here. Come back. Get her from my right side to my left side. Dead bird. And she's looking at the mark. No, dead bird. No, here. And finally, I convince her. Now, off in the distance, there is a hay bale, which, after thinking about this, I believe she thought, with the type of training, the all-age training we do, I think she thought the destination was the hay bale. But anyway, I convince her. She's looking where I want to go. I tell her good. I say back, and she hauls ass past all the scent that's to the right of her, coming off the holding blind, the mark. And my first whistle was she was actually past the flag just a little bit.
Like she's getting ready to go on the next one.
Yeah, it was a piece of water, yeah. And so, anyway, tweeted her in. Boom, she's got that. I was like, yes. So she's come back. I let her pick up that left-hand bird. So now for the win, what?
Stop it.
Stop looking at it. It's bothering me. Look, see it?
All right.
Okay. For the win, she needs to simply pick up the right-hand blind. So I bring her back. She thinks we're done, I think. I said, nope, we got another bird here. Dead bird right there. Dead. So she's sitting there, and there's a little orange. She has to go across the point. A piece of land, a piece of water, on a point, off the point, or really over the point, into another piece of water, and it's on land. Yep. And I've already told Karen, so I can have control. When she gets to that land, I'm stopping her.
Yep, that was the game plan.
That's the game plan. But the game plan changed because she's sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm telling her dead bird, and she's pretty much looking where I want her to go. All of a sudden, I believe she sees the stake, and her freaking ears perk up. I was like,
oh,
yes, right there. Good. Back. She swims across. She runs hard across that point. I didn't even I had to whistle in my mouth. I didn't even think about blowing it, though. And she went right over there and lined the blind. Okay.
Yep.
So I turned around, and they're like, they already said very nice things about her. She's like, you got a handful.
Judges.
Yeah, you got a handful there. You got a fire breather. She's, they call her he, but she's, correct me, she's a nice dog. And they're like, that was awesome work. And I said, did we pass? And they're like, we're going to have to think about it. Jokingly. I said, well, if she does pass, that's her title. They're like, oh, congratulations. So I came over and I shook both her hands. I said, thank you very much for your time. She's swimming back, and the one judge says, time out. She says, you still have to get the bird from this dog. I said, don't jinx me. So anyway, she came back. I got the bird, and they're like, great work. Thank you. So anyway, it was probably, I think, a little more emotional for you than me.
Yeah, it was. I teared up for sure because it's been a long road, and a lot of work, some stress and disappointment along the way. And it was expensive. Expensive. But she did it, and I'm very, very proud of them both. Buddy. So
Dookie's talking to us. So if you're not familiar with AKC rules, because she was a senior hunter, she only needs 5 master passes to be a master hunter. If she did not have her senior title, she would have needed 6 passes. Buddy. What?
I think he needs to go OUT.
No, I think he thinks there's cheese on the plate here still.
But...
Oh, he just bit my thumb.
Poor Dookie.
But that's a story for another time.
Yep.
So anyway, long story short, Yeah, it was. She passed her first master late September or early October. I'll say early October, possibly. Anyway, right there, last week of September, early first week of October, she passed her first master last year, and the first week in June this year, she did. I'm not going to say. If anybody wants, they can go on Enter Express and look up how many tests she ran to get these 5. But she got her 5th in June. So anyway, that's why I woke up on. I was super proud of her, and I did want to tell you too that you're as much of a part of this as me and her. So
the Jeff SCOTER team.
Yeah, I mean, she might not love you as much as
she does not. Absolutely,
as much as I love her. She might not love you as much as I love her. But yeah, I mean,
she's very much Jeff's dog.
Which one's this one, though? I can't even tell them. I can't even tell them apart now. They're kind of look alike. No, they don't. Yeah, no, it was. I don't know. Somebody said, feels good to get the monkey off your back.
Yeah,
and that is kind of the case. So went into you're just like, hey, we should take off Monday, not train. I was like, nope, let's keep training. But I feel like I kind of went in like. Not say I don't care. Mm-hmm. Like I don't care.
Yeah, he was definitely a lot more relaxed on Monday, and I think she felt it.
Yeah. So anyway, what?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say she ran well. Sounded like a NASCAR thing. The car ran well. Well, she ran well, and no, the dog's all over the place here. She ran well. Which one was that? She ran well. I'm gonna keep saying she ran well because she did. Yeah, probably the best. Well, I would say it's probably the best 3 series that she's run in all the tests that she's passed.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the very first one. No, this is the best. The very first one is probably the close second.
Yeah.
Her first pass.
That was a little challenging. Too.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's all good. Onward and upward. This coming week, a midweek, we need one more to get qualified for Giddings, Texas. Yeah. So we got that. That's on the radar. Headed to North Carolina. If needed, we're going to head to Mexico, New York, early July. And then evidently there's a midweek in July in North Carolina. So I don't want to jinx us like I did early, coming right out of duck season, early February. But I don't know. I feel good about it. I think I'm going to be able to go at it with less, self-induced pressure on myself. Mm-hmm. And have a little bit of fun with it. So that's what it should all be about, is the fun. And so speaking of fun, you want to say anything about SCOTER before I move on? Mm-mm. Okay. So speaking of fun, I kind of feel like, and I hate when people use the grind. This is the grind. We're in the grind.
Because I've said that a couple of times lately.
Yeah, but if it's the grind,
I didn't know you hated it.
I do hate that. Because
really?
if it's the grind, we shouldn't be doing it. We should enjoy why'd you roll your eyes like that?
The dog training lately has felt like the grind.
Well, I mean, agreed. When I woke up this morning, I could, when the alarm, you got out of bed quicker than I did. I easily could have just laid there and said, fuck it. But I didn't. We got up and we kept going. But anyway, I guess we are kind of in that zone of February, March, April, May, June. Mm-hmm. We didn't. Let's say the half, 3/4 of February, all of March, all of April, all of June. No, we're not all of June. Half of June. Mm-hmm. So it is, and temperatures getting warm. Like I said, the humidity's up, and
I should say, we very much talk about SCOTER and trying to do this and that with a when I say the grind, it's not just SCOTER. We have 6 dogs, so we're not just training SCOTER, we're training the other 4 labs. Duke is 11, so he always comes along for the ride and has official duty of distractor dog.
When we stop at Wawa, I tell him to protect. Now he's in a gunner kennel, but I do tell him, I said, you protect, man. If somebody comes in here, you bite him, but he can't because he's in the kennel.
But so it's not it's 6 dogs. It's Jeff and I. yeah, these pups are a bit of a workout in themselves. SCOTER's good. I mean, she's trained. Yes. Yeah. So, physically it's a bit of work, but it keeps us young. It keeps us mobile and
keeps us tan if you're watching on YouTube and or Rumble.
Yeah. So it's all good. I'm not complaining.
You're just explaining.
Even when I say the grind, I see the improvements, and that's what keeps us going.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And really, so 6 dogs were really training 5 labs.
Yeah.
In rotating through somehow.
Yep.
And daily, what would you say? At least, well, really, sometimes off. Well, no, the most in a day, 4 of them will get trained.
Yeah.
So it just, depends on the setups, who we're training with, and how we're training to what everybody runs. But
yeah, so it's good. It's just, and it's a big learning curve for me because, each of them are at different levels, and they teach us something every day. So
yeah, Karen ran SCOTER on the momentum drill this morning, and
I was really kind of joking. Jeff's like, "Well, you're gonna run her," and I'm like, "Okay, oh well." It was a mess.
Well, it's not a mess, but she popped on you at about 25 yards.
Yeah, she went off, and she was. You could tell the questioning in her stride. Like, she was like, "What am I doing?"
And then what happened?
And then you said, "Back!"
And what'd she do?
She went back.
Yeah. No, when this is no collar. So there's no collar pressure. This is light and airy. This is the first thing she does when we go to this particular property. Mm-hmm. And it's learned. It's what we do every time. So it's not like it's, I don't know. It's not mentally challenging for her, but it just loosens her up. Mm-hmm. And she just ran, I like to say 267 yards, but it's, 265, 270 from depending where we run from the stop. Yeah. We've run from the same place pretty much. Mm-hmm. The bumper's set pretty much the same place, but yeah, it's let's just say 270, but I like to say 267 for whatever reason. But it's what we do. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say today when she ran, so I guess we would call it a water blind. The swim was very small, but it was like 320. Mm-hmm. And my first whistle was basically when she was at 320 yards.
Yeah,
she was loose at the end. Mm-hmm. I did not do a good job of, quote, boxing her in. But once she got out of the water and she rolled, I honestly didn't really care how far offline she was because she was just out there running for me.
Going, yeah.
It was through, this blind was through an old fall, mm-hmm. which many dogs got hung up and started trying to hunt the old fall, right? Mm-hmm. You agree or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I saw your eyes looking around like,
no.
What am I talking about?
I'm trying to. I'm good.
Where a mark was thrown.
Yeah. No, I'm not questioning that. It's just I'm tired.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, because of the grind.
Yeah. And I had a drink, so now I'm like, I'm ready for a nap.
Well, I had a hot shower, and I really feel good, and I'm ready for another drink.
No, keep going. Sorry.
No, I'm going to keep going, but I'm just saying I'm ready for another drink. So. Yes. So, I'm sorry. I can't do that?
No, you set the standard.
Okay, well, this is alcohol, though. All right, so I do believe that she rolled out there strong on that. I'm going to call it a water blind because she had to swim. Mm-hmm. On that water blind, and she rolled out there 320 yards. And it's got to be part of her doing the momentum drill. And Tom Ford sitting back there, and I turned around. In the video, I think it looks like I'm talking to you, but I was talking to him. I said, that's a product of the momentum drill right there. What did I just say?
Momentum
of
drill.
The momentum drill right there. He gave us a 4.94 out of 5 on the blind.
Yeah,
so I think he was just being kind. But Tom Ford, we always appreciate your input, your knowledge,
experience.
Experience, 100%. So, anyway, we're off to North Carolina, Kinston. Really looking forward to seeing a lot of people that we know.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to hang out with Rhett for quite a bit.
Yep.
He says he wants to. We're going to take the equipment along with us. He says he will definitely sit down with us.
Do a podcast, the equipment as in the recording equipment.
I'm sorry. Yeah, everybody should know what I'm talking about live. Looking forward to see him. Looking forward to getting number 6. I don't want to jinx us, but looking forward to getting number 6 and just having a good time. So worried a little bit about the heat. Looks like it's going to be 90, 92, 88 to 92, somewhere in there. They're doing an early start at 7 a.m. to try to just, I guess, maybe try to help beat the heat a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna be real warm.
Only gonna beat it by an hour, but yeah. The pups, everybody's doing really well. Mash is the class of the field.
Yeah.
She loves to mark.
Gosh, yeah.
The little girl, I don't know. Edited it last night. I did not put it up yet on Instagram, Facebook, but I can't believe she has a conscience. So I could say, does she have a conscience, or is her motor so strong that she just wants to, she takes a straight line to get there? But we did this nice little channel 2 days ago, Monday. We did a nice little channel mark, and man, the throw wasn't as big as what I wanted, so that it was like dead center in the channel. So it was, instead of being half, it was only like 1/3. If you think of the channel divided up, looking down through the channel, I wanted the bumper to land, halfway. Well, it only landed about 1/3 of the way, so it's a little close to the right-hand shoreline going down. And there's a little bit of a point. And I just couldn't believe that she's not going to get out. She got a bird splashed in the water, and then followed up with a bumper on land. And damn, that little girl, she just trucked right down there. That was only about 125 yards.
Yep.
But damn it, she just didn't just be as honest as could be.
Yeah, plenty of options for her to cheat it.
Yeah.
But she is very much, I would say she's very much in it for herself right now. She just wants it so bad. I just think, down the track as we progress here with things, she's going to smarten up.
Yeah, but a dog that wants it so bad, they want to get there so quick. Like, why would she not? Like, I could just get out here and run. She
gets tunnel vision.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. So, I'm calling that her motor. Her motor's so strong that's all she's just like laser focused to go
fixated.
Get it.
Yeah.
Where she really has a conscience, I don't know which is which. So, but yeah.
But yeah, Elma's our super duper cheetah dog, so we're not doing any kind of water blinds.
Well, just because we have not done swim bys with him yet. He's done back to the pile. We have not done swim by with him yet. We haven't done swim by with Mash either, but she's honest as can be. So we do pick and choose. Now I do have to be careful on Mash's marks. I call it. She steps up to the puppy tee. Mm-hmm. She doesn't run from the big dog tee. She runs. Not even the ladies' tee. She goes down to the puppy tee.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, but I do a readjust. We usually run her last, and then do a readjust. How we run her. So
yeah, just to make it successful for her.
Right. What you got, love? Anything?
Switch gears. Different part of the brain. Decoys. What you got?
Well, first, love, I want to tell everybody this is the Pit Boss Podcast, brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. You have written something down which totally got me off my game. Mm-hmm. Fuel your adventure at Maryland's premier firearms and sporting goods store. Mm-hmm. It's mymollys.com, MYMOLLYS.com. And there's a press release out there, so I probably could say what I want to say, but I don't know if it's actually
released yet.
100% released. But
look out for some big news.
Big news.
Yep.
On Maryland's Eastern Shore concerning Molly's Place Sporting Goods. So, hey, if you're not truly, my joking aside, not that I'm joking, but what would you call it?
Jovial.
Jovial? Am I jovial?
I think so.
I still like being deemed sketchy. My sketchiness. I don't think I'm sketchy at all.
I'm going to address that with that person one day.
Well, we can.
Exactly what do you mean?
Well, we can because we have to give
you sketchy.
Because we have to give them something.
We know sketchy.
So we're going to know. we have to get a clarification on when he calls me sketchy. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm totally off track of thoughts. Anyway, yes. Oh no. Okay, so truthfully, kidding aside, if you're not following along with Molly's, please go on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I can see it right in my mind.
Snapchat.
TikTok. Follow Molly's Place Sporting Goods, mymollys.com. Fuel your adventure. Up next, love, we talked about this coming down the road. Now you've got me kind of fixated on these. So much so when I walked outside today, the replacement generator, the new generator is here. So go out to pick it up on the hand truck. And I said, love, I think I smell crabs. Anyway, crabs to
Probably
go.
just the trash around the corner.
crabstogo.com. I want to get their cold crabs. You even said, hey, like for Father's Day, do you want crabs? Like, oh, hell yeah, I'd like crabs for Father's Day. So you have written down, we have earned a reputation of selling the tastiest crabs in all of Maryland.
That's Crabs to Go.
It is Crabs to Go, easily found on Route 50 and Route 589. Really in Berlin, Maryland. But let's say in Ocean City, Maryland.
Yeah, dang close to OC.
100%. Crabs to Go, crabstogo.com. Up next, it's Gunner Kennels, man's best kennel. Every dog deserves a gunner, which we use daily.
Yeah.
Actually, right here.
Inside and in the van.
Part of our best plywood that money can buy, island countertop, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large gunners.
Yep.
2 happen to be tan. The other 2 happen to be the Flyway Series Susquehanna. But it is man's best kennel. Go check out gunner.com. We use gunner bumpers today.
Yep.
As well as the gunner food.
The food bowls and the food storage containers, bowls.
Actually, we use the bowls more than, the storage containers get used daily.
We love this stuff.
Both get used daily. What am I trying to say?
Yep, does keep the food nice and fresh for sure.
You were concerned about that in the beginning.
Yeah, well, it's still a concern because stuff leaches into the plastics. You just got to make sure you wash it out periodically.
Okay, that's your department, not mine.
Yeah,
I love redneck medicine, redneck canine medicine, redneck veterinarian medicine. Yes. Anyway,
that's him, not me. So the dogs are under my care, not his.
Okay, back to it. It's Gunner Kennels, gunner.com, man's best kennel. Up next, it is Duck Blind Bistro. We have not used Duck Blind Bistro. Actually, did you use it with Ben? Was he here?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, that was so good.
Where was I?
You were judging. No, what were you doing?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was judging the Master Hunt Test. Yep. Oh yeah, so I don't know if I talked about that.
Nope.
Anyway, that's a topic for another time.
Yep.
But yes, back to Duck Blind Bistro.
Yeah.
It is the ultimate outdoor oven, but we use it inside too. So
yeah, no, absolutely delicious. But we're on a carb-free diet right now, so
we are. If you have no idea, look at that truck. This is like we're sitting out on the table. We still can see people driving by. If you have no idea what we're talking about and what a Duck Blind Bistro, the ultimate outdoor oven is, get on duckblindbistro.com and check them out.
Yeah. Yeah, Father's Day. Hopefully people ordered something for Father's Day. It's the perfect gift.
My Lanta.
Any idea?
Now he's pulling right up to the door. Oi. Well, let me tell you this. One thing.
Are we recording again?
Oh, yeah, love.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Stop.
So what was that all about? What was our interruption about?
So this fella pulled in because he is building a bondominium and leave it. Good boy. Building a bondominium close by here, and said drives by all the time. Wanted to know about the wood trim at the peak of the upstairs and also at the front door here. Who built it? Did we just get it that way, or And I said no. It was
stick built, baby, stick built.
Yep.
Proof. Stop it now. Come on.
It's okay, buddy.
My Lanta. I don't know.
So anyway, he was very nice, and he apologized for pulling in.
For disrupting?
Yeah. I didn't tell him we were doing a podcast. But
even though it says no trespassing and no turnaround?
No. People can't read.
Maybe we have a little sign that says stay the fuck out.
Yeah, I think we need a rumble strip.
I cannot deny or confirm late one evening when there was a Corvette sitting in the driveway that a Sig Sauer 9mm was discharged.
All right, because they were shining their lights straight into the building and were just sitting there. Straight into our living area.
Well, I'm just saying I can't deny that it happened, or I cannot confirm that happened.
Well, the signage is there.
Do I say I can't confirm that it happened, or I can't deny that it
trespassing.
happened? All I know is there's a bunch of empty little brass out there in the daylight the next morning. Probably lucky I didn't hurt myself.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Anyway. If you're wondering, back to this, if you're wondering what the ultimate outdoor oven is, please go visit duckblindbistro.com. What, love?
You missed 4.
Love, how do you...
It's duck and duck.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Up next, it's the world's largest duck boat. Steve Hoover, Duckwater Boats, duckwaterboats.com. Thinking of you, we are punishing the docks and rocks. Well, you have duck hunting boats of distinction.
That's what it says.
Is that what it says on his webpage? I did not know that. I haven't been to his webpage in quite a while. We need to get Steve on. I've not seen Steve in a long, long time. Steve, whoever you're listening, it's been way too long. Call me. Occasionally we text. Mm-hmm. We don't talk, but we text a good bit. So, again, if you're looking for a duck boat of this, no. If I'm going to say, if you're looking for a duck boat with distinctions, no, that doesn't make sense either. If you're looking for a duck boat that can punish docks and rocks, that's on there.
Okay.
Well, I know it is on there. Check out Duckwater Boats, duckwaterboats.com. Steve Hoover, thank you very much. Up next, Turtle Box. Turtle Box Audio, listen loud, live free, but I still think they should say the ultimate Bluetooth speaker. Where did we just take? We loaded them in the camper Friday to go head north with us in Elkton so we could listen in stereo. I wish they were both in there because I'm not back. I haven't been not back to the painting room, which I listened the orange one. Yeah. That Molly's was so nice to give me for my birthday. When Chicky and Nick showed up, there was no gifts needed, but they came bearing gifts, so we appreciate them for that. But yeah, the orange Turtle Box is still in the camper, so I need to get it back out to paint. But check them out, Turtle Box Audio. turtleboxaudio.com. Live loud, live free, the ultimate Bluetooth speaker. Up next, the brake system that we've been using on Loadmaster trailers since the year 2010. DEEMAXX, DMAXBrakes.com, DMAX, DEEMAXX.com. Oh, I can't even read all that you wrote.
Okay.
Yeah, you want? No, you read it.
It's off their website.
No, you read it because I can't.
So
I want to do it like
fame is
I want to do it like. Excuse me. Stop. I want to do it like it was off the cuff. I can't. I can't pull that off.
And you do that well.
But hey, I want to say all that commotion, I was able to refill.
Good for you.
Thank you.
T-Max Components is best known for their unprecedented product quality and reliability, distinguished product performance, and exceptional customer service, which they've lived up to everything in that statement.
100%. They got to be the ultimate for any kind of trailer, travel trailer. Get rid of the electric drum brakes and put on a set of hydraulic disc brakes with calipers, and specifically for our what's the word? Application. For our application in the saltwater, we are using the stainless calipers and stainless rotors from DMAX. DEEMAXX.com. Check them out, DMAX Brakes. Up next, which I do use daily. If you get on Instagram or Facebook and you see me post up the setups for the dog training that we do, it is HuntProof. HuntProof.app. HuntProof.app. Yeah, HuntProof.app. Yep. APP, not AAP, because I'm dyslexic.
I saw that today because we downloaded it for someone that wanted to use it.
Yeah, so Pat Martin so it's available in ISO and also Android, and that was the problem that Pat was having, finding something that was compatible with his Android phone. So we got him dialed in. So HuntProof app. I want to say HuntProof.com. It's HuntProof app. Yep. It's just a great product, and they're just about to introduce specifically for keep updating all their features in the waterfowl hunting section, the dog training section, as well as the turkey section. Journals. Excuse me. Waterfowl journal, dog journal, turkey journal. Specifically for dogs, they are going to introduce, is it a retired gun, a white coat? Is it a flyer? A couple other different tweaks of it that we currently can't do right this minute. So check them out, huntproof.app. All right, love. And I was about to dismiss. It's Pitboss Waterfowl, pitbosswaterfowl.com. What'd you just point at? No. Pitbosswaterfowl.com. The season will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
26 year. I should know this, but I don't. No, I know.
I was like, because the shirt's printed. Been there, done that.
I'm looking forward to the duck season. I really am. There's one tweak on the world's largest duck boat. I don't know if it's going to get made or not. Yet to be seen.
Oh.
But if you'd like to come shoot sea ducks right here in Maryland with us, get on Pitboss Waterfowl, PITBOSS waterfowl.com, and or text or call, message, however you like. Easy to get a hold of. All right, love, you said decals. Decals. No.
Decoys.
Decoys. Yep, go.
Yeah, just give us an update on what we're doing.
What are we doing? Specifically, short term, I need to paint and comb the backs of the widgeon, and I can get those bad boys going. I think there's one more Harlequin left. I think. If Harlequin gone?
Yeah, Steve B. Man.
Okay, I thought there was one Harlequin. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
They're gone. That's fine. But maybe there's.
I think so.
I think there's.
I feel like I need to go take a picture.
No, I don't. But I think there's one out there. Then I got a bunch of goldeneye. More Barrows goldeneye than common. We get those things sanded up. They're carved, just sitting there for the final sand. Which in hopefully the next couple of days, because we're going to kind of give SCOTER a break, give the pups a break. The pups, we're going to go a couple minutes from the house here and do a couple little drills first thing in the morning. Yeah. Plus the heat's going to be up.
Yep.
But yeah, I just get more painting done. Maybe I'll fire the AC up in the carving room and sit there and sand. That'll be nice. I'll be comfortable. Maybe I probably want to go sand versus paint. Just like
really.
being air conditioned.
That's the truth. You paint in the morning and then carve in the afternoon.
But I need to get more foamzillas made. I need to get my rig repaired and repainted, and plus some new additions to the world's largest duck boat, sea duck rig, the foamzillas. There's a bunch of the common SCOTER and surf SCOTER, the hollow cork with cedar heads. Those are all lined up on the side. Can't say gone, but on the side of the boat right at the moment. And just much like many things in my life, I'm a little bit slow in getting done, a little bit behind, but still trying to move forward at the same time.
Yep.
Decoys.
Yeah. Just
and a bunch of teal. If I do spend a good day, let's say I do get all the goldeneye sanded. There's some canvasbacks too. Anyway, let's say I get those guys sanded up. There's a bunch of green wing teal in there. I need to get those in the works to get them moving forward. So, but I always bite off more than I can chew. Speaking of biting off,
yeah, I'm just thinking about decoys in St. Michael's.
Oh, I was going to. Oh, thank you. Yep. I don't know. I need to reach out and see what we're doing August 8, 9, and 10 at the St. Michael's Maritime Museum. It's going to be the first official decoy. Current day first official decoy class I'm going to do. Either you can choose a green wing teal, a black duck. I keep looking at that black duck over there. I like that shape. I should just make some of those just to make them. Black duck or canvasback. So that's what the class is. I think the class is. Let's just go high. This is the cost, and/or it's a little bit high, a couple dollars high, but I'll say $450 for the weekend. So, anyway, check them out at the St. Michael's Maritime Museum. I'm looking forward to doing that class.
Yep, so. Enrollment's open now.
It is, yes.
Yep.
I think they were shooting for like 15 to 18 people.
Okay.
So, it's going to be a high-density tan cork hollow gunning bird with a bottom board. The puddle ducks will have a cedar tail insert. The heads will be northern white cedar, and we will have glass eyes. Weights and the leather loop for completion. We're not going to get into painting them, but we're going to work on carving and get them worked up. So, what else, love?
I think that's it.
All right, cool. I say this all the time, but sincerely, next time. It probably will be next time. Hopefully we have Rhett Riddle on, and then we have a couple other guests lined up that we want to. I don't want to I guess many different people. Help me. a lot of people, many people, not different people, many people probably are not into dog training the way we are. But just because you train dogs doesn't mean you don't have some interesting story to tell.
Sure.
And so we got a couple other people. I won't mention any names, but we got a couple other people lined up too that are in the dog training world. So,
good.
Thoughts, comments, questions?
Nope.
All right.
For now.
As soon as we can, we will announce the Molly's Place press release. But a couple of friends text me that because I told them keep their eyes open, and they've already figured it out. So.
I've got to work on another newsletter this month too. So if anyone is interested in signing up for our newsletter, it goes out through Constant Contact, Pitboss Waterfowl monthly newsletter. So you can just send us your email address and we'll add you to the list.
Simple and easy and simple. What's for dinner? Because I'm hungry.
Steak.
Oh, I wanted to talk about that, about biting off steak.
Yeah.
Biting off too much, more than biting off, not too much, biting off more than I can chew. I haven't really made a big deal about it, but like I am kind of buckled down, and I'm definitely in weight loss mode. I need to have my little goal before October 1st to get down, and at the moment, I'm feeling pretty good with it. So
Good.
try not to do carbs and sugar, which is pretty easy actually.
Yeah, once you get in the groove, yeah. As long as you're not hungry,
Nope.
then it's not a challenge.
Well, I mean, I am hungry for dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
But like a good hungry, not like I'm going to go stupid hungry.
Yeah, kind of eat a box of crackers or something.
Well, it was like Saturday night. We came home and you're like, what do you want for dinner? Oh, pizza would be pretty good.
Yeah. It's just, you get such a taste for it and it becomes a craving and then it's difficult.
All right.
All right, love.
If you're still following along, thank you very much. We appreciate you following along with everything that we... Oh, hit me in the chest. Hit me right here, love.
Why? You want VTAC?
We never got the... We haven't got that yet either. That was one thing we're going to add to the duck boat.
Defibrillator?
Yeah. All right.
Well, we still might.
Let me try. So if you're still listening, once again, we appreciate you following along with us. Thank you very much. And as always, this is the Pitboss Waterfowl Podcast, brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. Thinking of you, we are. If you have a plastic cup. Won't make any sense. Boom.
My solo cup. What is that song? How does that song go? You fill me up.
Red Solo Cup. You fill me up. Let's have a party.
That's the one.
Let's have a party.
That's what I grabbed.
Toby Keith salute. Boom.
Cheers.